My name is Derek Wang. I attend Bellhaven Middle School, and our school started off with a hybrid schedule, 2 days in person, 1 day remote, like video calls, and then 2 days of remote assignments. And now, during the new 2021 year, we're in all day, 5 days in person.
I'm John Leonetti. I go to Ventnor Middle School. It's in the Ventnor School District, and I'm in 8th grade, and currently I'm in hybrid.
My name is Nasim Woodall. I go to Pleasantville Middle School. We are currently in remote, and I'm in the Pleasantville School District.
My name is Andrew Gilman. I go to the Northfield Community School, and I am doing a hybrid learning model, and I am in the Northfield School District.
From school is one of my friends, and two, being able to talk to the teachers in person, because that way I could get a better understanding. And the hardest thing for me this year was mainly like focusing, because like I'm not in the school teaching area, and there's a lot of more distractions at home than there is in the school building.
The hardest adjustment for me is not being able to really be with like my friends as much as I would like to, and like it's just harder to learn because when we're hybrid, so when we're virtual, it's a little bit harder to learn.
The hardest thing for me personally is the communication. I mean, obviously, our teachers have been really patient and they've been understanding, but I guess communicating from like email and Google Meets isn't the same thing 5 days in person, where you can ask questions every single day and like you see your teachers every day in class, and it's not the same experience like that.
At the beginning I was virtual, so I missed seeing my friends a lot, and like I missed being in school learning from the teachers directly. And like learning from home is a lot different because the teachers don't teach the same way as they do in school, so it's a little harder to learn, and it's a little harder like to get the explanation for the work you're doing in school. The most positive thing is I got extra sleep, and I've been learning to like get less affected by distractions because I'm more used to it. So like I like get less distracted by some things around me.
The positive thing that I got out of it was learning how to be more independent. That's the main positive thing that I got out of this.
For this COVID-19, we've had like a lot more free time, so I feel like my health is definitely better. Mentally, I've had a lot more time to like take care of myself, and physically, I've had a lot more time to exercise and just like run. So I feel like I'm at my best right now. And with all that free time, I'm definitely more dependent on myself, and I've taken a lot more responsibilities. And with all that free time, because the teachers have to accommodate for everybody's learning speed, so sometimes I get my work done faster. So with that free time, I'll like do my hobbies, or I'll read some, or I'll improve myself.
My classes in my school are smaller. It ranges from like around like 8 students per class. So it's more like learning like individually, and the teachers are able to focus more on an individual student to help them.
So I think my classmates, a lot of them, I'm friends with all different kinds of people. So a lot of them have like, they're not as mentally focused, and some of them may be like depressed or anxiety, like stricken, stuff like that. And I think it's a lot harder to talk with your teachers because of this virtual learning. So like we've been using our friends a lot more, talking with them. But some of my friends aren't like that. Some of them are thriving in virtual learning. They have a lot more time. They have all hundreds as grades. So I think they've definitely changed. They're like both sides of the spectrum. It just depends on really who you are and how much effort you put into yourself and how much effort you put into your mental health.
I think my classmates are handling this pretty good, but there is some times where like it is harder for them, and like me as well. But overall, I think they're doing pretty good with this.
I think my classmates are overall doing pretty well. Some of them I've heard that their grades are dropping because it's more difficult with virtual. But overall, I think we're doing okay. And I think, yeah, we're doing really well in school overall.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on in my classmates' lives, but there's most of my classmates are doing pretty good from what I heard by my teachers when we're talking in class. And there's some of them that their grades are dropping and are not doing so good with. But other than that, we mainly are doing good in our class.
A couple of my teachers have had like Mr. Kane. He's had a virtual meeting every single day for school to help out, like talk to the students, make it feel more like it's an actual school day. And last year, my teacher, Mrs. Rafter, she had a meeting in the morning for social studies class. It made everything more normal, like we were actually in the building, even though we were on virtual.
In my 7th grade year, because everything ended so suddenly, I know for us, our teachers had that one weekend to prepare, 2 days, and then everything just went all virtual. So for my 7th grade year, it was definitely my LA teacher, Ms. Wrigley. She spent a lot of time working with us, like communicating, talking back and forth with students, making sure that everything was easy for us, but at the same time learning. And she was really understanding with like all the internet issues, home problems, but it was still like an educational experience. And during this 8th grade, I don't think any of us expecting like a hybrid schedule. And my teachers, again, another LA teacher, Miss Lonergan, she is like very, very understanding with the students. So she spends a lot of her own time just making sure all of us are okay. I know she's talked to a couple of my friends about like their mental health and just making sure everything's fine with them. So I think both of them worked really hard to make their students feel better and at the same time make it educational.
So my 7th grade year, when I first came to this school, the main teacher that stood out to me was my science teacher, Mr. Ratty. He was more relatable than most of the other teachers, and he made me feel comfortable when I was at that school. And for my 8th grade year, my homeroom teacher, Miss Sellers, she makes me feel comfortable. She's funny, and she likes to have fun, and she makes the class more fun. She makes class more fun and enjoyable.
My 7th grade year, I had my ELA teacher, Mr. DeStal, stand out to me, and how because he really was like me, like he was into like the sports I played, so he was really put good real like life situations like involved like when we would learn, so it would help me learn better. And with my 8th grade year, I had my teacher, Mr. Miller, my social studies teacher, helped me because he really just makes the classroom more fun, and like he's like always like he likes to like he like makes jokes while we're learning, so like almost like help it like put it into play situations like, but he makes the class like a lot more fun and just helps.
I think the way of learning doesn't impact like my friends as much. I think it's mainly like how the attitude of the teacher towards the class. So I think the main thing is just to be like patient and understanding, because a lot of high school is a very stressful experience, and like especially transitioning to that from middle school, it's definitely different. So I think just to like be patient, keep up, and like understand how the students feel. I think that's the most important thing for our education right now.
One thing I would like my high school students, my high school teachers to know about me is that I'm always into like learning something new, and I like to work hard.
What I would like my teachers to know about me in high school is that I'm a very intelligent student, and I like to make friends with my teachers so I can have a better relationship with them.
Good.
What I would like my teachers to know about me is that I'm a very good student who likes to work hard, and I also like to interact with my teachers and get to know them better. My future goals, I would, as of right now, this year, I would like to get straight A's this year because I have gotten straight A's throughout all of middle school. I would like to keep that going. In high school, I would like to play football, maybe graduate near the top of my class, and then go to a good college, and then maybe get a good job as like an engineer or something like that, along those lines.
My goals as of right now, my goals are to become one of the highest students in my grade and in my school district. And lower down, a dream job that I want to be is like a space engineer because I love space and stuff.
One of my future goals is to have a 4.0 GPA in college. I would like to varsity ladder and football and basketball all my years, freshman through senior year in high school, and I'd like to like head off to a good Ivy League school to follow my one of my jobs that I would like to have as a physical therapist.
So for me, I want to just lead a fun and really successful high school and then go on into college. My dream college is MIT. And then, so I've started now, just like getting an early start. I've started researching some stuff. The field that I want to go into, I think, is computer science and some type of business or investment banking, something like that. So I've started doing both, and then I want to pick one out in the future, just decide on what I want to do. But I do want to have a really successful life, and it's not for like the money or anything. It's mostly for like myself. I want to do something that I can go to work every single day, enjoy what I'm doing, and less of like the money aspect.